My friends, P equals MV over U. What in the hell does that mean? Well, P equals MV is momentum. Over U is what is your momentum? Momentum is understood to be mass times velocity. So what's your velocity? Let's talk about that for a minute. Maybe you're stuck in a particular pattern or place. You've got what seems to be an unsolvable problem. Maybe you're changing very rapidly and making massive moves in certain areas of your life. Do you have people telling you to speed up? Maybe you've got people in your world who are asking you to slow down. But do you ever stop to consider your actual velocity in life? Yes, I know there was a pun in there that I'm asking you to stop and consider your velocity. Hopefully you'll forgive me, but I'm not sorry. We're not just talking about the speed at which you may be doing things or moving, but your actual velocity. What does that mean? Well, we can think of it in a couple of ways. Think of the hamster in the wheel. I mean, he's going to beat hell, burning lots of energy, but not really moving anywhere. And maybe he's just there for the cardio and he's achieving his goals. I think we can commend that. I've spent a minute on the treadmill myself. But maybe that's not the best example. Let's think for a minute about the elderly couple sitting on their front porch in the rocking chairs. Each afternoon, they sit in the sun, rocking back and forth, first one and then the other. And sometimes they rock quickly, and other times with more leisure. And one will look over at the other and say, "F you." To which the other calmly replies, "F you." The pattern continues, and they keep rocking until she looks over at him and says, "This oral sex ain't all they make it out to be, is it, Pa?" All right, I set you up for that one, friend. The point is that despite the rocking and despite the words, they're not going anywhere. And from the way it sounds, neither one of them is particularly satisfied either. So, where in your life does that happen to be true for you? You might be able to think of a couple of places where you've been spinning your wheels or rocking without getting rolled, perhaps. In classical Newtonian physics and mechanics, and you can look that stuff up on your own time if you want more details, the working definition of velocity for a given object or body in motion is the rate of change of its position with respect to a frame of reference and is a function of time. So each of us has a certain amount of time. We're not going to live forever. And none of us really knows how much time we've got. The thing is that there are no more hours in your day than there are in mine. And your hours all have 60 minutes in them, just like your neighbors. So what's your rate of change then? And perhaps more importantly, what's your frame of reference? What direction are you going? Doesn't matter how fast you're going there or how much progress you're making if you're on the wrong heading. At the start of the conversation tonight, I asked you whether other people request or instruct you to speed up or slow down. You suppose that's a request based on their own relativistic and subjective point of view? Maybe they're right. Maybe they have a more objective perspective than you have. They can see you from the outside. Think Interstellar, the movie, how the rate of time is warped by a black hole and the characters played by Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway age at different rates than their counterparts. I love that casting, by the way, even having another instance of Matt Damon being lost in space, but I digress. At the end of the day, I guess it's how satisfied, think back to Grandma, or whether we're finding progress or meeting our own goals. And where we're at with that. I mean, regardless of what others may see or say, or how they might seek to influence us. Certainly there are those with whom we should place our trust, and whose counsel we ought to heed. If we can have confidence that they have their best interests in heart, they can really help serve as landmarks on our journeys. And I can't tell you who those people should be for you. I can tell you that I believe you'll benefit from having them, and I certainly hope you do. I also hope that you're honest with them and with yourself, so that when your body in motion, along with your heart and mind, are moving through that frame of reference, that frame is true and that it's not skewed. Your velocity, whatever it may be, is just that. It's yours, friend. Your momentum and inertia can be impacted and affected by others, but you choose how to see it, how to understand it within your frame of reference. You choose your direction. If you don't, you risk drifting wherever the momentum of others might happen to take you. Not sure you'd want to go there. You got my take, friend. What say you?